everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2011 movie Rango. The movie is directed by Gore Verbinski and written by him and John Logan, and this movie follows a lizard named Rango. He's like a pet lizard, and he, I guess, is with his owners on vacation, and he accidentally gets knocked out of the car and stuck in the desert. He goes to this small desert town that's inhabited by animals and everything, and he's trying, he like becomes a sheriff of the town and everything, pretending to be this big and bad person that he's not really is, and everything. He like is wanting to be an actor and everything, and it's a really entertaining movie. It has a really good cast and a great group of characters. All kinds of desert animals are in this movie and everything, but most of them don't actually even look like the type of animals they are. The character designs are like really unique and everything. But this is a really entertaining movie, though. I really liked it. It has a lot of humor in it and everything, and it also like pays tribute to old Western movies, and especially like spaghetti westerns, and the movies like Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name movies and everything. In fact, the character of the Man with No Name has an appearance in this movie, except he's not voiced by Clint Eastwood. It's Timothy Olyphant voicing the character, but he sounds a lot like Clint Eastwood. It was really cool, and everything, seeing the tribute to that. And it also has some meta humor in here too, which is really cool. And I think it also has a really great, it has two good villains, but there's one that really sticks out. Rattlesnake Jake, who's voiced by Bill Nye. He's just really menacing and really kind of a creepy character and everything, and he's really good at doing his voice and everything. One of the best villain voice acting performances of this decade. And then Ned Beatty does the voice of this tortoise, who is like the mayor of the town, who's also a villain and everything, and he does a good job too. I actually think he was better as Lotso in Toy Story 3, but he did a good job as the mayor in this, as the villain. Irene, what is her name? I can't remember the girl's name, but the one that does the voice of Beans, she does a really, Isla Fisher, she does a really good job too. And like, she has that really southern voice that you would hear from actors and actresses in Western movies, but it doesn't feel like the stereotypical hick voice either. And she does a really good job. And Johnny Depp as Rango is just absolutely perfect. It's one of his best roles and everything. Like, he shows how much range he has as an actor, just voicing a character and everything. One of the most energetic voice performances in an animated movie. And I think his performance and his voice acting in this movie ranks up there with some of the great celebrity voice acting in movies like Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy in Shrek, or Robin Williams in Aladdin. His voice acting in this is just absolutely great. Alfred Molina does the voice of this armadillo, and he does a really good job too. It just has a really great voice cast. Everybody in here is really good. Now, I love the animation. Like, it has this grittiness that makes it feel like an old spaghetti western and everything, which I love about it. Like, the animation is just really solid and really great. The character designs is really unique. And the score by Hans Zimmer is like really good. I absolutely love the score. It just one of the best scores that I think he's done for an animated movie. Probably my second favorite after The Lion King. He just, his score fit the tone of this movie perfectly and everything. I love how it also helps bring that spaghetti western feel to it. And this is just a really fun animated movie. It has a lot of humor in it and everything, but nothing over the top. There might be a little bit of potty jokes, maybe a couple, but not too much. not enough to ruin the movie. Like some animated movies, like they go over the top with the potty humor, and this movie doesn't really do that. And everything. It does have a little bit of slapstick, but it all works out. Like the way this movie is done it's really good. It is kind of predictable. You kind of know where things are going to go in this movie, but like you know that he's going to end up getting caught in his lies and everything, and have to leave the town and everything, but he ends up coming back and saving the day. I mean, it's kind of predictable, but it's also a really entertaining movie. And if you're a fan of spaghetti westerns and older movies and stuff, like as an older person who's like a big movie buff into older movies, I really appreciated like the references this movie has to other classic movies and everything. And I think this is a really good movie. I definitely would recommend it if you're a fan of those type of movies, and if you're a fan of animation movies, this is definitely a must-see. It was one of the best animated movies of the 2010s and everything. I think it was my favorite movie that year that it came out. Like out of the animated movies, it was my favorite animated movie of 2011. I think it even won the Oscar for Best Animated Picture, which it really did deserve. And it's just such a really great movie. Very kind of underrated. I know when it came out it was kind of a box office hit and everything. It wasn't like a huge hit, but it did decently, and it had a lot of good reviews and stuff. But like in the years since it came out, it's not really talked about and stuff, and I think this movie is really underrated. And even though it left off where they could have made sequels and stuff, I'm glad they didn't. This is a really good standalone animated movie that didn't spawn a franchise or anything. And it told a really good story. I don't think that they really would have needed to make any sequels. When it first came out, I wanted them to. Now that it's been out for almost 10 years, I'm really glad that they didn't. Because this is just one of those type of movies that it's kind of special because of it being just a one movie type of thing, if that makes sense. But I had to give Rango a 9.5 out of 10. It's a really great movie. Like I said, it has stunning animation, great score by Hans Zimmer. The cast is all great. All the characters are unique looking and stand out and everything, and just a really good movie. So I definitely would recommend it if you haven't seen it. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song.